Guys, I think we found new secret meta, USC-45 rifle. This bad boy looks just like typical assault rifle. It has 420 RPM, one of the highest RPMs in rifle category, and it absolutely shreds. Handling nasty, it looks badass, and definitely you want to try this one with new gear. We got Uncle Butcher in the building as usual, covering Division 2 basically daily. If you're new to my channel, hit the like, smash the sub, or leave a hateful comment. It truly depends on your preference. But let's check this weapon out. First of all, even with my terrible potato aim, I can make some headshots, baby. Finally, decent DPS output. And guys, most importantly, you can switch one OOZ gear piece and switch it for Coyote Exotic Mask, and in returns you will lose, of course, handling, 30% additional handling, but you will gain crit damage, and your teammates as well will receive damage buff. So I think it's not a bad trade-off. And what I want to tell with this all, that you can modify this setup to fit your playstyle. If you think that your aim is god tier, you can make your shots from each spot on the map. You are the best sniper this game has seen. You can go with Coyote Mask and gain even more DPS out of this build. But if you are new player to the game and maybe you don't want to play a game with sweaty hands, I gotcha, baby. This build is for you, and this build works for me as well. And most importantly, this is a not optimized build. We have tons of room for improvement, and that leads us to our sponsor of the day. If you need help, I can recommend you these guys, Teaming.net. They have been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews. You can check everything by yourself. But right now, if you will use my promo code RBDIV or RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all services. Amazing deal, especially when right now they have some crazy sales going on. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in the comment section or contact the operator. But now, let's get back to this setup. And like I said, it's really good build. It slaps hard. You can use it in solo, aka lone wolf runs, or in team play, doesn't matter, because actually you don't have to stack anything. You don't have to collect any trophies. You don't have to reach certain stats in this build to get all the best buffs. It's absolutely nasty, and the reason is quite simple, because we can use the best DPS talents with this nasty rifle and activate at the same time spotted talent. For specialization here we will use Technician. Technician specialization will give us that linked laser point attachment. This little thing will unlock seeker powers in this build, because we can apply a linked laser point attachment on our main weapon, USC-45 rifle. As you see, I farmed this rifle all day long, and finally I got damage out of cover attribute, critical hit damage and rifle damage. Don't worry guys, this can be optimized, and with some farm and materials we will get god rolled weapon with all the correct attributes, because you need damage out of cover. You need to find rifle with damage out of cover, because that will allow you to switch any talent you want on that weapon. Optimist, trained, ranger, you name it. So this is the main focus when you will look for this rifle. Always try to find one with damage out of cover, so you could reroll any talent you want in the game. That will save space in your stash. You don't have to collect multiple weapons, the same weapons, just to use different talents. For the second weapon, Scorpio Shotgun for crowd control purposes. Orbit DZ exclusive pistol, kill non enemies, switch to your main weapon, boom, you have 40% additional crit damage. I'm using flatline talent because, like I said, we are using linked laser pointed attachment on this bad boy, and that will activate flatline talent, which is amplified weapon damage buff. I'm using OOZ mask, but you can definitely replace this mask with Coyote Exotic Mask. Coyote Mask will give us more DPS output. definitely, but you will lose 30% handling, and that's a huge amount, guys. So that's a trade-off: more DPS or more accurate shots, and actually you're gonna connect more, and maybe in that case you're gonna deal more DPS. So consider these two options. Definitely both are viable. For the chest piece, I'm using Sombra, again for crit damage purposes, because Sombra is giving us additional 15% crit damage with Spotter talent. Again, linked laser pointer attachment will activate not only flatline but also Spotter talent, and Spotter is amplified weapon damage buff again, baby. Everything works really well together. We don't need obliterate here. We will not use spark. Yes, technically you could go with glass cannon and reach even more DPS output, but glass cannon can be quite punishing if you're a new player. So you definitely have to think about these two options. I would recommend you to stick with the Spotter. Really friendly talent, easy to use here, and for new players especially. For the holster, I'm using Picar's named holster from Arquebus set with crit damage, weapon damage, and core attribute is of course armor backpack. New brand set OOZ with vigilance. Vigilance is pretty much the best DPS talent on our backpack. You could technically use maybe Wicked with your disrupt grenades and Scorpio shotgun. Yeah, Wicked is a nice option, but Vigilance I think is the way to go here. And of course we have named rifle gloves, fox spray knee pads with damage out of cover, crit damage. This setup will work as well in PvP, guys, because it's DPS focused, definitely will work in conflict and in DZ. Butcher drops the mic, bye.